The Lord. Hey, you guys, how you guys feeling today? This is LaDon. I'm in the house, and I'm hoping you guys enjoying your day. And all I want you to do is subscribe to my show. I like that. I like that. I do like that. I don't know how I like it. I do. But anyways, what I want to talk about today is my ex-girlfriend left my show to talk to yeah, I couldn't believe it, man. But what I'm just going to say is that I was in the comedy game for a long time. You know, some people know me. I was in the comedy world for almost, yeah, it's like I said, for some years. You know, I breathe comedy. I eat comedy. Where they say you shit comedy, you talk comedy. I did everything when it comes to comedy. So I know what it feel like to grind and be in these streets to be where you want to be. But during this time, I was with my ex, and I hustled so much to get where I need to go. And one day I had the opportunity of performing for this college. And I was, researching, because I used to be the type of guy that would go on flyers that comedians were had or people had, and I would call the promoter to see if I can get on stage, And you got to know the language, the lingo of to get on the comedy club. You can't just be stuttering like, can I get up? Can I you get up? No, you got to act like you have to know for sure that you wanted to be there. But during this time, I struggled to get this show, and it was a stand-up comedy, and I was so happy that day. And I knew I was going to get booked for that Saturday. I believe it was a Saturday. And I was getting ready for it. And I had my material, and I went over my same material for some years just to, perfect my craft. And my ex asked me, can I come to your comedy show on Saturday at the college? And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I was happy, nobody was really there for me at the time. I had to do things on my own. But I was happy that my ex was around during that time. My ex, I call her my girl at the time, she was like, I'll come and support you. You know how women want to do is support you and stuff. And I was cool with it. It took me a long time to finally, get that stage. And I was a clean comedian too. I was not no dirty comedian. I always wanted to perform for the Super Bowl. That was my biggest dream. And I knew to get in the Super Bowl, I had to be super clean. So I performed a lot of shows that were clean. But this college during the time, was you able to cuss? No, not really. A lot of the comedy clubs I went to, comedy places, you couldn't cuss. You had to be clean. And during this time, I was like, okay. She was like, okay, and we went up there, and I was nervous. And they had a couple of people there. It was like a fundraiser thing, and I remember they had like rappers, they had singers, they had poetry people. And they had all kind of different talent that it was cool to see. They call it the green room back then. Where the comedians or where the performers sit at. A lot of the audience don't know that, but it's called the green room, where we stay at and we talk and communicate and socialize and, try to get our name out there, networking. But during this time, I was like nervous, like every show on that day. I was just nervous. I couldn't eat. When you do comedy or you do a performance, it's hard to eat. You're not hungry at that time. For me, I don't know for about everybody else, but for me. But during this time, I was like saying to myself, like, okay, she can come. We drove her car And we got there, and I was there. Like I said, fast forward, but I was in the green room, and she was out there in the stands. It was close to about 60, 80 people. It was a lot of people. It was not like a college dorm. It was like a community college. It was not no like no university. It was just a regular community college. But I was happy, because I've been doing comedy for a long time. During this time, she was like, I'm gonna sit in the back. Don't worry about it. I'll be watching you. So I was like, all right, cool. So some acts went up, and I was nervous and stuff. And I went out there. Finally, they called my name to come out. And they was like, welcome to the stage. Give it up for LaDon. So I got up. I was like, oh my God. And I'm out there and I'm going over my material about Lil Wayne and some other, other material that I had in my head. And I was killing it. Kill it means I was doing a good job in comedy. When he said I killed it, that means I was doing a good job on stage. And people were clapping. Yeah, man, you were funny, man. And I was like, I had this, after a comedian, when he get off a stage and he do good, he's like, yeah, like, can't tell me shit. But when you do bad, you got your head there like this. You want to run out the building when you don't do good on stage. Well, that's called bombing. But during this time, I was sitting there, I was doing good. People were cheering, yeah, dog, you did good. Everybody didn't know me. Nobody didn't know me there, but she knew me. And I was so happy. And I finally got off that big old stage. I went back to the green room and I said, man, let me go out there and see what my girl was doing. So I went out there and I looked around where she said she's going to be in the bench. Because she waved at me. I'm looking where she at because she waved at me. I knew she was there. And I was sitting there like, okay, she must have went to go get a soda or went to the restroom, And at the time, and I was like, okay. And I think I left my cellular phone at the time. I'm looking for the cellular. I left my phone in the car at the time. And I forgot I left my phone in the car, and I was looking for her, running around the college, trying to get support, tell her, I did good. I'm looking for her, and I'm looking for her, and I sit there for about 20 minutes. I sit there like, okay, she went to the restroom, she went to go get something to eat. I don't got my phone on her, but I know she here. So I decide to say, man, oh well, I don't know where she at. I'm looking and looking. And then I went outside. There she was. And I was saying to myself, like, why is she not? Well, I came up to her. No, I went up to her. I was like, well, where are you at? Did you see my show? I did really good. She was like, no, I was on the phone. I was like, you was on the phone? With who? She was like, don't worry about it. At least you did good on stage. And I was like, no, it's not about that. It's just you didn't see me perform. I wanted you to see you asked me to come and you didn't want to see me perform. I did good. And she said, oh, I'm sorry, but I had to take this call. And I was just like confused, like, what call are you? Well, and I got first said, well, so what call was it? She was like, oh, don't worry about it. And I was like, but I'm in a relationship with her at the time. I'm like, no, I'm not worried about it. But why was it so important to be on the phone? And she said to me, oh, when my job called me because they had the leak in the roof and they needed assistance. They needed assistance on the leak in the roof. And I'm thinking in my head, she's like, I told you don't worry about it. And I was like, why are you taking a phone call, a leak on a roof on a Saturday? And I was reading into it. I like to read into things when people don't make sense. I'll be like 2 + 2 is 4. You go, oh, I understand that. It's 4. But 2 + 1 is 8. You're going, no, that's not adding up. And I thought about it, and I was like, what was so important? And then she was like, yeah, she was explaining to me, yeah, it was a leak in the roof and it was a problem and they needed my help. And I was like, they didn't call a plumber or somebody else to deal with that? And she was like, don't worry about it. And I was just like thinking to myself, like, why would she be outside talking to somebody about her job on her job up on a Saturday at 4 o'clock? Plus, she don't even work on Saturday and Sunday. And I learned like she was outside, but she must have been outside talking to a guy. She was not talking to her mom. She'd always tell me I talk to my mom or outside talking to their daughter. But they use that daughter against you too. I'm telling you, them use them kids. So guys out there, watch out for them kids. Women are using them kids on you. Okay. Okay. You be like, oh, well, I can't go. You want to go on a date? She'd be like, oh, I got to take care of my kids. My kids couldn't get a babysitter and stuff like that. They use them kids. She might have a babysitter, needed a babysitter, but a lot of times when a woman like you, she don't try to make no excuse. She gonna make her way to you, okay? But they use them kids. I know they use them kids a lot. I don't want you to come over here right now because my son is playing games and she might have a guy over there don't want you to see him. Why you always let me come all the time? I always see your son. Now I can't come over? No, I just can't let you come over right now. Be like, stuff that's confusing to you, you have to think about it like, why would she say stuff like that? But anyways, and I was thinking to myself, it had to be a dude. And I didn't brush it off. I thought about it for a couple of days, but I was mad. I was like, wow, she didn't really care about my show, you know? And I learned in life, like, I thought she wanted to support me. You learn in life that some people will tell you that they want to support you. In reality, they don't. Some people just don't want to see you grow and perform to do the things you want to do. Some women don't want you to grow big and be famous and be a star because other women won't want you. But if she knows that you with her, why she have a problem with that? But there's women will test other women, you know. If she feels that she can get your man, she gonna get him. You know, women are just not confident when it comes to the area. But during this time, I was thinking to myself like, wow. And I learned that day like I didn't want nobody to support me no more. I didn't care about people supporting me. At first, I did. I wanted my family, my friends, and I learned in life that some people, they ain't gonna support you. Not even your girlfriend, not even your wife. You know, women, same thing with your husband. They're not gonna support you in your dreams. You know, you like Noah Ark building a boat and nobody understands. But you understand what you're supposed to do in life, but they don't understand. Was she cheating with another man during that time? I didn't see her. I seen her talking on the phone, but I couldn't put my a finger on it. Like I heard a guy's voice. She already hung up the phone before I came out. You know, she was like this. Oh yeah, I'll call you back. All right, then bye. And then she hung up. I was like, you know. Yeah, she was making excuses, a lot of times she's like, oh, my mom or my daughter, or that was my sister, but she might have been talking to another man. I was hurt by it. But I was really hurt by all the times of me going to open mics to perform, to finally get this show. And I grind hard. I work my butt off. I'm talking about open mics. Thousands. I did a lot of open mic shows. I did a lot of shows. But I wanted my girlfriend at the time to be there for me, support me. But she didn't. There's other times too that happened to me that I couldn't see it, but that day I saw it. And that day I didn't really too much care about if anybody supported me. I didn't care about if anybody wanted to be there at my show anymore because I had to learn that I had to go on this journey by myself. And that's why being on this YouTube journey by myself don't even bother me. You know, one person likes you or nobody likes you. But I know that I'm in here for a long run. I'm not going nowhere. But a lot of people just want that support. And a lot of people are not going to support you. Not even your mom. Your mom going to support you, but she can't be at every show. Your brother can't be at every show. Your best friend can't be at every show. You're going to go on that journey by yourself. You know, but I know when you get to the finish line, everybody going to be cheering. I know you was going to make it. I knew you was going to make it. You know, everybody wants Mayweather's money, but they don't know what he went through to get there. All the hard times of him boxing in the gym by himself in the middle of the night running, you know. But I tell you, it was a good movie to see. If you've never seen it and you have a dream, only if you have a dream, I'm telling you, only if you have a dream. And that movie is called Happy Poet. It's about a guy in the middle of the park trying to sell veggie hot dogs. You should check it out. Excellent story. Excellent. Was it a true life story? I don't know if it was a true life story, but it was really good. Only if you have a dream. You don't got no dream, don't watch it. That's my recommendation. You can find it. You can Google it, but it's a guy in the middle of the park with a hot dog stand trying to sell veggie hot dogs. It's really good. I give it an A+ for that. But during that time, I just didn't care about nobody wanted to see me perform. It is what it is. They said it's your lonely journey by yourself. It's a lonely way up to the top. It's true. They said on top is lonely. It is. I never been to the top, but I know going on that way there is lonely. But everybody want to be around you because now you're successful. You don't know who to trust. I know guys out there, football players and singers and rappers, don't know who to trust because they grind their way up there. But this woman want to sit there and be like, I like you and I want to be around you. You don't know if she's faking the funk or being real. You know? That's why it's good to just tell her, hey, I lost everything and see what her reaction will be. You know? Be like, I lost my job. I ain't got nothing. I'm not a singer or rapper no more. Nobody like me. See what happens. She might just get up. She'll give you about a good 6 months to a year. After she find out you ain't really trying to pursue nothing, she gone. And if you make a lot of money, she going to be out. She be like, okay, you ain't got nothing. And then when she leave, you call her back a month like, I got everything. I was just trying to see if you're going to be with me or not. She looking stupid. You know I loved you. You know I cared for you. No, you didn't. All you care is about money. Yeah. That's why I know why Snoop Dogg he got his wife he been with for years and years. I read that book. It was a good book. I don't remember. It was years ago, but it was Snoop Dogg's book. And he's still with his wife. I understand. When you've been with somebody and been on that long road with them, you don't want to get off that road. You're going to start all over again, getting to know somebody. It's not even worth it. You're like, is it worth it? No, it ain't even worth it. But anybody out there that is pursuing your dream, I understand. It gets lonely, but you got to keep going. But I'm learning too. One day, people are going to surround you. I learned about when I was doing comedy that I had comedy friends. I didn't have no friends. I had comedy friends. I was around people that were doing the same thing as me. Did it help me doing comedy? No. Did it help me get a show? No. Comedians are stubborn. They ain't giving you nothing. I'm telling you, I live in LA. Did it for years. They ain't going to even tell you where a new open mic is. When you walk through the door, they can't believe you're there. How do you find this open mic? They're looking at you like this. Comedians ain't going to laugh at nothing. You got to believe in yourself. That's true game. You know? They laugh at their friends. Oh, he funny, man. Dap them up. Then you get on stage, they just leave. You on the stage up there like this, everybody left. You're like, dang, it's a clique. Everybody down for each other. They're friends. But I grew up in a time where there was, in LA, almost 10 comedy, about 10 open mics in 1 week. That was it. Talk about 10. Not many. One a day. Now, I ain't been in the open mic circuit in years, but I seen it. But during the time I did it, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I remember, there's a lot of open mics now. You can hit about 5 open mics in a day. Everybody's trying to be a comedian. It's saturated now, But doing comedy is hard. But it does. When comedy gonna do for you, it's gonna make you confident with women. It's gonna make you confident in life. It's gonna make you confident when it comes to a job. Because you gotta stand on stage like this. What's up, y'all? And you don't. You want people to laugh. Nobody laughing, you don't feel like you're doing a good job. That's why I like storytelling. I feel what I want to feel and do what I want to do. But that's it, man. I just want to express that. But like I said, she definitely might have been with another dude. But that didn't hurt me the much. What hurt me the most was that I didn't get that support that I wanted. That was a good show that day. I bombed a lot of shows. Bombed a lot of shows means like I didn't do good on the show. Nobody, but bombing means like you sucked, okay? It means you sucked on stage. The bombing means like, boo, you suck, But that day I did good. I had a lot of shows, I don't do good. I failed at a lot of shows. But that show I did good. It felt good and she was not there. Did I stay with her? Yeah, stayed with her. But I didn't too much care about her if she wanted to come to my show again. And I told her that too. Didn't give a damn. But anyways, I know you. I know. You know what I'm going to say. I love saying this word. I don't know why I love saying it, but I love saying it. But I'm going to say, I had a damn. In the house. Good time. And if you're out there, before I leave, if you're out there, you're pursuing your dreams, keep pursuing. Don't look back at the haters, because they're going to hate. And you're going to be walking in front of them like, I made it. What they said, all failure is you're standing on all your fails, and you're just standing on top like, I made it. You're going to fail. And everything you do, I'm telling you, life ain't perfect. But that's all I want to say. But you know what I got to say? I know you don't want me to go. I know you don't want me to go. But I got to go.